Now for our feature story of the day, $100,000 Bitcoin price in play, but it depends upon an increasing demand and favorable seasonality, according to the latest CryptoQuant analysts. Let's break this baby down. CryptoQuant analysts say Bitcoin's entering a period of positive seasonality, but an increase in demand is required for the price of the Bitty to reach that six-figure milestone sometime here in Q4, which we're officially in. Welcome to October, family. Generally, Bitcoin has performed well in October when in a bull cycle, particularly in the halving year like 2024, and that period of positive seasonality is typically maintained throughout the fourth quarter of the year. It is a weekly report published October 2nd. Market intelligence firm explained that in the previous Bitcoin halving years of 2012, 2016, and 2020, Bitcoin price increased by 9%, 59%, and 171%. Respectively. Quoting them here, Bitcoin's performance so far in 2024 has been similar to 2016 and 2020 up to September. CryptoQuant's bull bear market cycle indicator shows that Bitcoin remained in the bull, which is the orange area alongside this chart, phase between March and August. However, the graph also shows that the price has been trading in a bear phase for 3 weeks between August and September and now enters the last quarter sealed between the bull and the bear phases, kind of like the calm before the storm. In comparison, Bitcoin entered Q4 in 2020 in a clear bull phase, making this year's entry into the last quarter relatively weak. The report also highlights that Bitcoin's apparent demand seems to have stopped declining, although it needs to grow faster to sustain higher prices in Q4. The chart also reveals that Bitcoin's apparent demand growth has stalled since July, oscillating between 23 and 69,000 Bitcoin on a monthly basis. In comparison, Bitcoin's apparent demand grew as much as 496,000 Bitcoin in April, when the price was hovering around 70,000. Quoting CryptoQuant here, it seems that demand has a lot of room to grow in Q4. Bitcoin apparent demand. And CryptoQuant analysts also say the institutional demand through the U.S. Bitcoin ETFs is key for further Bitcoin price growth. They note that these investment products shifted from net selling of 5,000 BTC to net buying of 7,000 BTC between September 2nd and the 30th. Quoting them again, if ETF demand continues to accelerate, it can have the effect of propel prices up in the last quarter of 2024. Well, let's propel those prices up, shall we? According to data from SoSo Value, spot Bitcoin ETFs saw 1.8 billion in net inflows between September 13th and the 30th, suggesting increased institutional demand for these investment products in anticipation of higher Bitcoin prices in Q4. And here you can see the total spot Bitcoin ETF net flow. And this has been unprecedented, breaking all records in ETF history. And Bitcoin ETFs just went live January 11th. Earlier this year, already unprecedented numbers. I think BlackRock already did over 22 billion worth of volume and is now a larger holder than Bitcoin than MicroStrategy. And MicroStrategy started accumulating back in 2020. Meanwhile, London-based asset manager CoinShares said the approval of options for certain US-based investment products likely boosted the sentiment, resulting in more than 1 billion worth of inflows into Bitcoin investment products between September 23rd and the 27th. And according to CryptoQuant, if demand continues to grow, Bitcoin can target between 85 and 100,000 by the end of December. Now, I've been calling for a six-figure Q4 for quite some time. I think we're long overdue. I mean, theoretically, I think we could have hit 100,000 back in 2021 if we didn't have people like Scam Bankman-Fried and the Terra Luna guy, all scamming the industry. But quoting again the report here, on-chain data valuation metrics suggest Bitcoin could be targeting 85 to 100,000 in Q4 in the context of recovering demand and positive seasonality. Let me know if you agree, disagree. I think this is a bear scenario, very probable. My personal prediction, I think this month of October, we're likely to re-enter price discovery surpassing 73.8. And I think sometime Q4, we even have the potential to knock on the 1 week chart target I shared earlier of 124,000 for the cup and handle on the weekly chart. Let me know if you agree, disagree. Meanwhile, market participants now turn their attention to the increasing geopolitical tensions in the Middle East and how Bitcoin price reacts. They will also focus focus on the health of the U.S. job market and the Fed's future interest rate cuts in 2024, following the recent aggressive 50 basis point cut on September 18th. Also, China just had a rate cut similar to the United States. But there you have it, yo. Let me know your thoughts, predictions regarding where the price target will likely go for this month of October for a cycle peak for at least for this year. I shouldn't say cycle, but a yearly peak for 2024, and maybe a cycle peak as well for 2025 if you're in the camp alongside me that we most likely hit the cycle peak for the biddy sometime in 2025, because that's what history has shown us all the previous cycles. Holla at your boy, let me know, and welcome to the Q&A segment of the live show. I'm going to read some of the comments out loud here, and then we're going to switch it out to the uncensored version of the pod.